Tonight, our investigative team continues to look into the mayor of a small North County town who is facing multiple charges. Last week, Mike Cornell Jr. was arrested and charged with multiple sexual counts in possession of child pornography. Our team started looking into the mayor nearly a month ago, and tonight, our Avery Martinez joins us, uncovering some of the legal troubles the mayor and his government face. Avery.
That's right, Morgan. The mayor isn't just facing criminal charges, he's facing many civil lawsuits. Several do mention claims of alleged sexually inappropriate behavior by the mayor, and there are other suits, like the one from a fire district claiming Cornell's changes to roads are dangerous and slow down emergency response. But one suit focuses on an online joke made at the mayor's expense. We spoke to James Carroll, who received a subpoena from the mayor, and he doesn't think the mayor has the right to order him to City Hall.
So I thought, okay, well, I'll just file a lawsuit and let the court decide, whether he has that right to issue subpoenas.
James Carroll doesn't live in Riverview or Missouri. He received the subpoena at his home in Illinois after he says he made a joke about the mayor on Facebook.
So I made a post or a comment saying about this missing youth that somebody needed to check his basement. And then a couple days later, a week or so later, there was a subpoena left at my door from Riverview.
James says the joke referenced Cornell's legal troubles.
He has a history of sexual harassment. He's got several lawsuits right now against him for sexual harassment.
First Alert 4 has found at least 7 active lawsuits against Riverview, all naming Cornell. The mayor is at the center of 2 suits with allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior around Riverview employees. The 2 independent lawsuits claim Mayor Cornell made sexual advances towards male employees, and when they refused Cornell's advances, they were fired. A totally separate lawsuit from a former Riverview police chief directly references one of the sexual suits. The chief claims he had a witness statement from a former employee alleging sexual harassment by Cornell. The police chief says Cornell told him to change the document. The chief refused and was eventually terminated. A former Riverview alderwoman also has a lawsuit against Cornell, claiming she was put in handcuffs for asking the mayor about a lawsuit from a former employee.
I say, tell me why we being sued because you made sexual advances to an employee, and when he refused, you fired him.
Carroll's lawsuit is still active.
If you look at the subpoena, he's talking about I defamed his character, I've misused public information, cyberbullying. So none of it has to do with anything about Riverview. It's more retaliatory and vindictive.
His lawsuit caught the attention of the legal group Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression.
It's very unusual for a mayor to send a subpoena to someone about their speech.
The subpoena was only signed by Cornell, not by a judge.
And here we saw a local mayor issuing a subpoena to someone who had made fun of him online, saying, well, come and explain your joke down at City Hall, and thought, that's pretty egregious.
Carroll's a former alderman in Bellefontaine Neighbors and says they never issued subpoenas like that.
No, I've never heard of anything like that.
In the United States, you don't have to be called to the carpet of City Hall to explain your jokes.
Fire asked for documents in their case under sunshine laws, which require government officials to provide documents within days. It took months for Riverview to respond, providing only a handful.
And from what I hear, that's pretty par for the course for this city. You have to keep pestering them to get basic public records that the law obligates them to turn over. And in our case, we had to file a lawsuit. You shouldn't have to do that.
First Alert 4 has run into similar trouble trying to obtain legal documents from Riverview, and we'll cover that in future stories. But I was able to interview Mayor Cornell before his arrest last week. I asked him if he cared to comment on those civil lawsuits.
Just let the system play that out, and you just follow the facts. You understand? We're not here to be choked in with the smoke. When the smoke clears, a lot of facts. And if you or someone with some type of integrity, follow the facts. But I do believe a lot of this has been catalysts from the environment that has been put. Never have a city that I've seen recently seem like they're being attacked so much.
Again, First Alert 4 has found no evidence of his claims that hate groups are targeting Riverview. If you'd like to check out the lawsuits for yourself or learn more about this story, you can find all the details under this story on FirstAlert4.com. For First Alert 4 Investigates, I'm Avery Martinez.